3, 2, 1. And we should be live now, peoples. How's it going? Let's first collect some fine people here in the chat. Hey? Of course, I hope you're all doing excellent. Oh, wait a second. Let's see. Yeah, that's working. Chris York, you're in a line for groceries. I was just in a line for groceries. My groceries haul just came back. All the cold stuff's in the fridge. And I'm now up to 3 bags when I walk around, hauling more and more every time, so I have to go out less. But, whoa, look at all the comments. But, what's up, chat? My fridge is pretty tiny. Look at all the people coming back. What's up, everyone? Welcome back to the Corona Bunker here in Buenos Aires, Argentina. Look at all the fine people rolling in there. I know why you're all in here, because you got nothing better to do. And that's okay. Hello from Tennessee. What's up? Stephen Yelton, Chris York, Rui Carvalho, tudo bom? Hello Pedro from the UK. Hello Nathan, John Spicer from Glastonbury. What's up, man? Lithuania, Donatus, what's up? Mikies, great quality, excellent. That's the Streamlabs app I use now, so we get the full 180. Hello from France, from Greg. What's up, Rick? Engelbert? Tudo bueno? That was a mix. You know my Spanish. What's up, everyone? Good to see all of you here in the chat. All your lovely faces. I don't know if it's lovely. Like, give it a little bit more time and you'd think I invited a hobo in, but I think some of you might be looking a different kind of fresh. What would it go? What would it be called? Scrappy fresh. Yeah, I'm sort of there already. What's up, Poland? Yes, a twin adventure. My hair. Oh, and today when I went out was for the first time with one of these. Every time I went out, I saw more and more people with this. Last time was 50-50, but I couldn't get my hands on one. And then this week, somewhere this week, it became mandatory. So I got this one online. And Jesus, it itches, man, when you're walking around. It's what they say, right? About the effectiveness if you touch it. But yeah, man. Hope you're wearing all your masks too. Let me just drop a link, to the Facebook people or to the people out there who might not know. We got a little shindig going on here. So I'll get right back to y'all. Hey, day 17. No, that's wrong. It's live stream, day 17. The title's all wrong. Let me change that. Edit. Day 17. What do we do? It's bloody day 30. Day 30 of the full quarantine in Argentina. Not letting us out, man. I don't trust the Argentine government anymore. So it got extended. Well, extended. They just don't end it. Yeah, 2 times now. So until, what was it? I didn't have a live stream since the second time, right? I don't think so. Yeah, we were supposed to be out this Monday. And now it's been extended till, just before that, until the 27th. Let me see. Here's the link. I'm gonna copy the link. Give me, folks. Can't see your chats at the moment. I could also stream directly to Facebook. Maybe that's something that I could do. With this app, I can stream everywhere at the same time. Fetching preview. Come on, fetch preview. Fetch preview. There we go. come join us live in the Corona bunker. Bring your face mask. Post. Boom. Alright, let's get back to all the people. All the lovely people. What's up? Look at all this, all these comments. Let us see. Frank Pinion, I have a question. You have a question? Ask away, man. I just hope to catch it at some point. 115 people in here now. Welcome all. Hope you're doing all right out there. And let me know who's in the full mandatory lockdown out there. How many days and how long you still got to go? Let us know, man. Kevin de Waale asks, how do you keep yourself entertained and how do you deal with the money problems because of this? Entertainment. Well, my main entertainment, my work entertainment is making the videos. That keeps me very busy, you know, so that's usually 2 full days. Each video is 1 day, and then the work still publishing it is a few more hours, finishing it off in the morning, so that keeps me busy. I've watched a series before because I wanted to brush up on my Spanish too. Spanish El Chapo series. Here's the funny thing, it's like 3 seasons. It's a Spanish El Chapo series about El Chapo, the Mexican drug lord, the cartel, Mexican cartel, cocaine, you know, in the style of what's it called? Narcos. And there's 2 episodes left and it's the last season. Now everybody knows Chapo goes to jail, right? And I got just a little bit bored with it, or lost a little bit interest, but at the same time, it's when Chapo goes to jail, and I don't want Chapo to go to jail because he escaped for the 2nd time. And it's like, I don't want to see him go inside. He hates it there. So I got this weird thing. I don't want to see Chapo go to prison. Then the government here was like, yeah, you're going to stay inside longer. And then I was like, well, it's going to be 2 more weeks. And before someone like me can hit the streets, 4 weeks at least. So I got one of these puppies, the guitar. Something I would have liked to have done from the start, but I didn't know how long it was going to last. But the guitar now definitely keeps me busy, brushing up. Still got a lot to learn and practice. So that's what's been keeping me at it. Pieter van Aals, het is al laat hier. Weet ik, man. It's late, Peter says. I know, it was 10:30 in the Netherlands. I knew the Dutch and the Belgians would only have like half an hour left, you know. Western Europeans go to bed right on time. Although, hey, it is a Saturday, so you can sneak in another half hour, 45 minutes, but I got a bit late. I had to do my shopping, but that means that we might get some Aussies in here, mate. And some NZers, the Anzacs. Let's see, what time Australia. I think it's 6:30. Oh yeah, we're gonna get some Aussies in here, mate. Yeah, nah. Sweet, hello from Sweden. Hello, Lars. Frank Pinion, I am thinking of moving to Australia when this is over. If I freight my motorcycle over, what's the best way to do it? Frank Pinion, so you must be coming, what, UK, Europe somewhere? Or United States? So you probably have the time if you're moving to Australia, so I would put it on a boat. You'll probably end up in Brisbane or Sydney. Mine went from Japan to Brisbane. Yeah, it doesn't have to be, I don't know, that expensive. Somewhere that it's always, transport is always a chunk of money, but compared to air travel, $600-$800 altogether, maybe more. I've heard people with paying a lot more than that sometimes, but you got to look around, and then you have to pay all these fees still on the other side once in Australia. Put it on a boat, man. Are you going to send all your belongings too? You know, a container full of belongings? Maybe you could chuck it in there too, eh? Trucker George. Hey. By the way you cook looks better than my wife's cooking. Boom. I can't believe you. But today I bought a chunk of meat. I can cut steaks out of that. I got veggies again. I didn't have veggies for like 3 weeks or so. 2 weeks, 2 weeks or more. In a month I had like veggies twice. So I got more veggies now. I get some soy sauce today. I might be up to something here, you know. Altered time photography. I just want to ride so bad. Yeah, bro. We're in the same boat. I'm wearing my rider's gear, my rider shirt. Just, I pretty much wear this every day normally. So it feels so strange having this on again. I barely remember the times that I had this on. I wonder if you'll still know how to ride once we get back on it. Let's hope it's all muscle memory, eh? George XLV, 5 weeks now. Yeah. Give me 1 more week and I'm up there with you. No, let's see. Yeah, I need about, 5 more days and I'm up there with you for 5 weeks. Motorcycle touring. In Netherlands, we are not under lockdown. Tomorrow I get on the motorcycle. Of course you do. Because everyone in the Netherlands is very intelligent and they're doing a intelligent lockdown. I get the same thing from my mates. They can still wander around, go everywhere, get on a train, visit each other. It's like, a little, almost like a little vacation. Pablo Oliveiro, hi from Argentina. ¿Qué tal, amigo? Estamos en el mismo barco. Hi from Norway, Espen. What's up, man? Antonio Ornelas. What happened with Alp? Alp is in a parking garage. And, maybe since this Monday, they opened up banks again and mechanics, which is good for Adrian. Very few businesses. I need to check if maybe the parking garages are open again. Now let's see if they want to charge me for all that time. So that's going to be an interesting discussion. But yeah, it was completely locked. Nobody was there. But I need to go check again. Who knows? But yeah, there's still barely anyone on the street. But Alp is locked. Can't get to her. I got a drone battery with just half a charge. I would like to do a flight here, but I can't do that safely with only 10 minutes of charge here in the city. So yeah, that sucks actually, getting the drone footage, but there's also cops everywhere. Oh, look at that. Michael VDB. Thanks for the support, mate. Looking good. Keep up the good spirit, man. Good luck. Face mask. You too, man. Doe rustig aan. Take it easy. Hello. Alejandro Tus. Day 30 for me in Colombia. We're, there we go. We're, let me lower that because I'm not the volume. 30 days in Colombia too, eh? Yeah, South America is doing pretty similar, sort of. Uruguay, they're free to walk around. They have like a minimal lockdown, I think. Everybody's telling me, come to Uruguay. If I would like to go broke, it's something already. Someone asked already financially, Yeah, it's not ideal, but we will get through it. I'd rather be spending this money on gasoline, Sitting in one place doesn't get me anywhere. Also doesn't get me any footage, so I am playing guitar now, and I know about the life of El Chapo. Altered time photography. I took a bike ride with all my cold weather gear. Shit was amazing. Get out of here. We don't. Nobody rides. It's all lies. Flist 100. In the UK, not been able to ride my motorcycle. Honda VFR 800. Nice. Got a nice red one. Since February English. Since February 20, all locked down here. Let's get some more light in here, right? Hang in there, governor. Hamilton Sampião. Pedro, uma saudação de Portugal. Where are you going on this trip? I don't know anymore, man. Patagonia? It's going to be pretty much... Look, the soonest I expect to get out of here is halfway May. And that's winter. That's winter. So we're going down there. Proper winter. We can do it. Look, the good thing about winter is usually clear skies. You go to South Island in New Zealand, right? In winter, North Island, you don't want to be there. If you gotta live on North Island, you gotta somehow try to live on South Island too, because North Island gets rained on almost all winter, right? But South Island, Central Otago, beautiful, man. Just, that beautiful, cold but clear blue sky winter weather. And I expect Patagonia to be kind of like that too. Apparently the wind dies down too. That's going to be great for the drone, but the cold temperature won't be good for the drone. Neither for me, camping moments, especially at elevation. A downside is also, two more. Second would be mountain passes to closed off, into Chile and vice versa. And this was the thing though in New Zealand. That's actually quite annoying. Is the amount the daylight hours every day. So the sun's going to be down by 6, right? At some point. And the sun's going to be up starting at 7 or 8. And then usually it's so cold that if you're on tarmac, but we're going to look for the off-road, no worry. But if you're on tarmac, you can't ride on that. You can't ride on a tarmac before 9:30. So I used to camp out in New Zealand. So and I would edit my videos in a McDonald's or in a little restaurant or something, and set up my tent at midnight. Why? So I would go to bed as late as possible because I could sleep in until 8:39 because there was just no point to be on the road. If you're in nature, if you're out there, you decide to camp, and your tent has to be up before 6. And there's no point in waking up before 9, being ready before 9. And it's like, ooh, that's a lot of hours to kill in the evening. You don't have a lot of daylight. That's basically what I'm saying, and it kind of sucks for recording. But it is what it is. What do we got here? Ray8328. Thank you. Danke schön. Greetings from Switzerland. Grazie. Thank you for the support. Are you going down to Patagonia? I think I answered that one already. Let's see. Scrolling back up here, up some comments. Carl Berenson. Hi from Cyprus. Oh, that's a unique one. Overnight curfew here. 1 trip out per day, but I'm staying in a place where I can ride my motorbike off-road in the hail, so it's all good. Shut up. Nobody's riding motorcycles. Mateus Bandeira, São Paulo, Brasil. Que tal, cara? Tudo bom? 8-Twin Adventure. Stayed home for 3 weeks, but they need me back on the 18-wheeler to haul toilet paper to stores around the States. They say a similar thing in Australia, but without truckers, no goods. Thank you for your service, kind sir. Otherwise, we would have been without the white gold. No, but serious. Cheers, man. Yeah, things got to keep on rolling, Can't all come to a standstill. Marcelo Zazara, are you playing guitar? Playing, practicing. But it's something that I like to do. I didn't do it in Bolivia when I sat down for a month, almost 2 months. Couldn't spend the money on it. And later in Brazil, I got one for 2 weeks, and then I sold it to back to the shop. It was a more dear one, more than usual. So then I sold. I lost like 20% on that guitar, and I'll do the same with this one. This one's very basic, and I'll try to sell it once I'm done. But if I know that I'm going to be in a place longer, I always try to get my hands on a guitar because it's a great way to pass the time, especially when I'm doing videos, a few hours, and then I'm kind of stuck or want to get out of it for 15 minutes and try and jam a little. That is dope. But yeah, I would like to travel with a guitar, but where I'm going to put it, even if I have a tiny one. They should make retractable guitars, but I don't know, man. Don't see that happening. Hey man, A-Twin Adventure Sports, thank you very much for the kind support, man. Cheers. Don't forget beard oil. You know, I've been thinking about it every time I brush my teeth in the mirror. And it's like, this is itchy. It's like, where am I going to get beard oil around here? Take it easy, Pedro. It's going to be okay. Absolutely. I have no doubt about it. It's all going to pass. And I think we're at a stage where slowly it's going to be sooner than later. And I think we kind of know where this is at. So it's all going to be good. Nice to see you're in high spirits. Cheers, man. Seems like you're doing all right. Even though you cannot ride, right? Nobody's riding out there. Frank Pinion, yes, I'm going to Brisbane. Yeah, it's great. Perfect port. Ship it out there. Oh, from NZ. Mate. Bloody easy. You could... Let's see, flying. How much did I pay? Not sure anymore. Flying, maybe like 800 euros, 800, I don't know, something like that. I used to have a contact there that could help you. I know someone good from New Zealand, no, from Australia, Sydney, but not anymore. He changed business and they don't do motorcycles anymore, but that guy was good too. Still my two favorite, well, I didn't have a lot of transport, it's free, but Matt, was it Matt? Matson was his last name. He was the best, and he had a buddy who was doing it in New Zealand, and he was great too. Matson Cargo, he was great. Great service too. Good lad. Again, Spencer Fieldhouse, hi from Medellin, Colombia, lockdown here until the 27th of April. The government has already said that it will be extended, really? I imagine, I'm pretty sure Peru will follow suit with them. I'm interested to see what they'll do here. I think this Monday they're going to open up things in other states, not in the capital state, of course. But yeah, I think the last extension didn't go too well down here. So I think in Argentina they're at a point like, yeah, we're good. If they extended a third time, I don't know. And then I think it's going to shift from over 50% of the people is not going to be too chuffed with that. Let's see. Frank Pinion, are you best to get a carnet? Look, man, I don't know. Is it permanent? How long are you going from Australia to Australia, and it's valid for a year, the carnet, and then you have to extend it, that sort of thing. I don't know. Importing it. If you're permanent, then you're probably going to import it. I don't know if a New Zealander needs a carnet, but I needed a carnet. That's right, to go to New Zealand and Australia. Look into it. The thing is with carnet too, what I've learned, I might not be correct, but in a lot of countries, I don't know. Look, I think the carnet is, you have a fixed amount. You pay like $200, $300, and you make the deposit and it's valid for a year, and then you pay again $300. Sometimes in carnet countries, from what I understood, you pay like $100. I don't know. You still can do an import similar to the temporary import. The thing is, if you repeat that in various carnet countries, it adds up, right? But I think one time might be worth it. But look into it more. Spencer Fieldhouse, waiting to see if I can ride my DR650 at Patagonia this year. Oh yeah, winter ride, eh? I'll see you out there. I'm going to freezing. I'm going to be freezing, mate. Len Boyd, Mr. Pinion. Len Boyd, Jenner Freight, Auckland, St. Maarten, Sydney Air NZ. Oh yeah, if you go by air, find someone who's a freighter, who's clever about the regulations. Because if you go full regulations, you'll end up paying, I don't know how it is now, but there's guys who can, it's all in regulations. I think it's a little bit more gray, but otherwise it falls in the hazard category and you have to pay hazard pay. So if you're transporter, look into that if you're doing air freight. That could be a difference of $1,000, like not kidding. City View, long time I am following you, your YouTube channel, your best. Thanks, man. Ik hoop dat je geen Peru-activiteiten krijgt. Okay. Griffin says, in Peru, after 26th of April, nobody can go in and out. Okay. Yeah, we'll see what happens. The thing with Argentina, if they allow interstate travel, then that's 3,000 kilometers. We'll get to Patagonia, but not yet Terra del Fuego. I thought like this. Look, if the country does like a long time, you can't get in and get out. I was thinking, maybe try and get it on a boat. On a little boat somewhere, and just someone who gets me to Terra del Fuego, right? Passes that Chilean international water bit. I wonder how that works, right? How would that work? Could you just get on a boat, go to the Argentinian side, get off without doing the whole passport thing? I reckon, right? But I wouldn't be surprised if you can. Yeah. A lot of uncertainty, but at least most of us are going to make it, fam. Pablo Arduino. I can recommend some delivery places around you. I work a couple of blocks. Thanks, man. I had pizza day before yesterday. That's actually the first time I did the delivery thing for food. And I was happy that I could get the guitar. That was from Mercado Libre. That's one upside of living in the metropolis. I was surprised that was still going on. Like, that's still regular post. Downside of the metropolis, it's going to be the absolute last place where, they're going to loosen up things. KKDA, just coming out of lockdown here in Germany. Freedom is close. Nice. Sehr schön. Enjoy, man. Rudy the Wolf. Hey, Pedro. Just a heart under the belt. You're an inspiration. Thanks, man. Dankjewel. En hou je haaks. Daar in Nederland. En wees intelligent, hè. Margus Lomo. Mr. Motta, we ride here in Svenska too. I know, man. It's the only country, one of the few countries where I'll say, yeah, I know. In Sweden, they're taking it easy. So, there's no restrictions, barely any restrictions in Sweden. No lockdown in Sweden. Sweden's letting it loose. So, nobody seems to be paying attention a lot to little old Sweden doing it like that. But good on you guys. It seems to be doing not too bad. Let's see. I'm wondering if all the messages are getting mixed up somehow. Anyway, yeah, weird. Let's see. Oh, we got so many. I'm gonna check a few messages. I don't want to. I don't like skipping, but a lot come in. Um, let's see. Groeten uit België. Groeten terug. Let's see. Pedro, can you tell us? Hi Pedro. G Duncan asks. Hi Pedro, can you tell us how you learn Spanish? How many languages do you speak? Greetings from Scotland. Yes. Well, three languages, three main languages: Dutch, English, Portuguese, with some Spanish. My Spanish comes from my Portuguese, and some Spanish words I knew. And you Spanify Portuguese words. You do that long enough, people kind of understand you, and then you just listen to people speak, and more things stick. And yeah, slowly but surely. My favorite way. It's kind of a lazy practical way too, because it's not like I enjoy studying a language, but you know, it's been all right that way. Oh, what did I want to say? It's something to say, but I forgot now. Yeah, well, it's like English. What I sometimes when I was in high school, what I would do on tests if I didn't know a word in French, I could pull from Portuguese, right? But in French, you could also pull from English and Frenchify a word. And the same in English, sometimes you can pull from French because of the Norman conquest in the past, and French language entered the island. So there's similar things like that. Sometimes you're completely wrong, and sometimes you think you're completely wrong, but it's like, oh no, the word's good. Nice. Winging it, man, just winging it. Let's see. Duncan Fairley. Yeah, South Africa is pretty hardcore too, eh? What I've been hearing. 12 days less. Been 12 days left. Been 23 already. Yeah. Yeah, you're on that 5 weeks. You're going to be on that 5 weeks also, eh? Can't buy beer and smokes. Ooh, that's essential in the United States, right? No, you can't buy beer and smokes. Damn. I'm not. It's not like not the end of the world. But if you're like on beer and smokes, yeah, that's. I hope people have stocked up in that regard. Let's see. Alan Blackburn. Yes, required between NZ and Australia. The carnet, I reckon, right? Yeah, not surprised. CLNS. Kudos for Pedro for hanging in there, but they can't keep this for longer. It's crazy. Yeah, it's coming to a point where it's going to have to end. So we're going to get there. We're going to get there. A lot more people have been walking around with this, and been walking around with this since January, December than people thought before. So. Well, people who expect things to become the new normal, I don't think so yet. And I definitely hope so. Not yet. But hey, if that would be the case, then I'll just keep on floating around, because that would not be that would not be my kind of country I would want to live in. Son of Nomads. Hi from Amsterdam. Hi back, mate. Groeten terug. What about a lapstick guitar? Is that electric one? Something like that? It's not the same thing. Doesn't have the soul. La alma de la guitarra. Bruno Miguel in Mozambique. Stage 3 of lockdown. Only 35 infected and 2 full recovery. Okay, pretty good. I would like to visit Mozambique if you ever get to Africa. Visit the ex-Portuguese colonies. John Spice, how are the vape juice doing? Yes, I got left. I got some. I got, before the lockdown started, I already had 3 new bottles. This stuff here. I think it's made here though. It says US, but I can't find the brand. I don't know. But the thing, like with vaping, I can't get the flavor out, man. And I got the GT4 coils. It's like a four, not the standard one coil, but the four coil, and the mesh coil. But I can't really find flavor. Vaping is like it can definitely be cheaper than it definitely is at the basics cheaper than smoking. Um, but not if you just go really deep into it because there's so many variations. There's a lot to vaping. It's actually more. It can be more of a hobby. Uh, it's more of a hobby actually. You can get into it like a hobby. There's so much to it, and just like with motorcycles, there's so much money you could spend on that. Orlando Sablon, what are your current plans for upcoming summer? Upcoming summer. I got no plans for upcoming summer because it's upcoming winter. I don't know, Patagonia, but winter's coming, man. I'm on the other side here. Or you're asking, I'm looking ahead. Um, yeah, I hope to be further up north by then. Wild one. So when will you sing and play the guitar for us? Not for a while still, mate. Peter Lev Jensen, we are also riding in Denmark. I did not hear that. John McKee, hi from Dallas. Hi, John. Howdy. You should apply for a delivery job, Andra says. Yeah, man. That would be funny. That would be funny. If I could get help out, I would be such a target. There's cops everywhere, man. Police state. JR, what city in Holland are you from? I grew up near Eindhoven, went to high school in Eindhoven, and then I spent like 5 years in Tilburg, at uni. We're going out of lockdown in Texas. Hee-haw! Get back on it. That's nice, man. Pedro Durka. Check your camera is moving. Yeah, when I rewatched I don't know how to get that out. I need to play with settings or something or disable autofocus because it's wobbling in and out, right? Haven't been paying attention. But yeah, when I watched the last stream, yeah, I see that it's like focusing all the time. Yeah, for the next stream, I'll look into it. Twitch, bro, start live streaming. I thought about it, man. I thought about it. I don't know what I would do, man. Would I have to start gaming or something? I don't know. But that's Twitch would have to be like every day. And I don't know if people are that interested in IRL behind a computer. But then again, there's people just sitting after. Yeah, I don't know. Twitch is funny. It can work. It can work, or it absolutely can't. But then you never know, right? Because so many people are just watching random people sitting behind their computers. So who knows? Let's see. Motoristan, keep on your great work. Cheers. I follow you for a long time. Unfortunately, I am in Germany and my girl is stuck in Mongolia. Hopefully, can travel more in September. Again, Corona messed up my summer plan. Careful, man. Don't get me demonetized. Yeah, Mongolia. Hope you won't run into any trouble overstaying the motorcycle documents there, or hope you left it on there with time to spare. Yeah, that's the thing for me. I gotta watch my motorcycle document. My tip. I'm now a month and a half, so hopefully I can extend these things. Yeah, it's little issues that might pop up that I have to figure out how to deal with that. Because maybe they don't do the vehicle extension. They could do a visa extension, but not the vehicle. But I can't do a border run. Hopefully they're going to be smart about it. Like, okay, this guy, Special circumstances. I don't know. Or they give you special circumstances status, but that means you have to get out of the country in a week. I don't know. Don't miss the meat empanadas from El Establo. You're about 4 blocks away. Yeah, I had some empanadas again from the pizza place. They sent me some. El Establo. Are they open? Are they on Glovo? Rafael Danielski. Thanks for the support, man. Keep up the good work. We'll do my best. We got another lockdown video. Yeah, so that's going to be 4 videos straight in Buenos Aires like that. Usually that doesn't go down well. Less people start watching. So watch the videos, folks. We're not riding, but watch them anyway. Tell the people around you to watch. We might get some cooking in there again. I don't know, but maybe I throw in some other type of video for the time being. Duncan Farley. Man, Alp sounded wicked after the throttle cable loop. Can't wait to hear her eat. Lekkeran virgul. She was amazing, and it was more than a throttle cable loop. It was funny when Adrian was working on that. Like, we were doing so much on there, and especially he was doing so much. So we got to a point where like I'm happy to work on stuff. I've got the time, but he's working on his own time. So it's at first like, yeah, your throttle, man. It's like, yeah, don't worry about it, man. And it's like it's weird in there, and I have a hard time with that. And yeah, just let it be. He's like, no, look into it. No, man, there's nothing you can do. So I said something like that, and he looks at me like, dude. It's like, yeah, man, I had to look at it. I just couldn't, He looked at me, so he started looking at it. He spent like, I don't know, a solid hour on the whole thing. And yeah, the way he set it up, and all cleaned it out, did it right. He's like, did you put grease in here? It's like, yeah, I put grease in there. Yeah, you don't put grease in there. Oh, okay. But yeah, there's this system in there with this little plastic guide. It's a hassle. But he sorted out really nice, and also how it was tight on the carb, the throttle. What I would like to do in the future, and I learned this from when I was in Bolivia with Juan Carlos Salvatierra's mechanic. Remember in Bolivia when I had a little issue, I ended up with a Dakar mechanic. And what he did do, Juan Carlos's bike, it's a Dakar bike, on the carburetor, I noticed that it's not 2 cables, like the throttle cable is 2 cables, right? But he made it in a way that it's only 1 cable, so the response is like instant. It's just 1 cable that goes around the throttle wheel on the carb more. So it's throttle. I hope I explained that well. But the throttle is instant, and that's pretty good. I would like something like that in the future. Let's have a look. Oh, no, I moved the camera. Here we are. Let's see. How's Rui holding up? ZRX asked. She's in the darkness. He's in the darkness with Alp in the locked parking garage, which I have to check. Right now, it's like Schrodinger's parking garage. I don't know if it's locked or not, so I have to go check. Alp is, as far as I know, stuck behind the gate. With Rui. Hi from Spain, Pueblitos. If you disable the autofocus, the wobbling will disappear. Yeah, I have to check where that is on the Motorola. I don't know where those settings are at the moment. Darlan Chavez. I'm from Brazil. I would go to Argentina by jeep next winter, but coronavirus denied my plans. Maybe next year I'll go there. I hope you can reach Patagonia safely. Obrigado, cara. And I hope you can get out there still too. And that's the problem with a lot of people because, they don't live this strange bit of a different life that I do, and they actually have to be places for work or for family, and they don't have all this time. And imagine people waiting for years. Oh, that's going to be my month finally, and then this happened. And yeah, there was even in the news. Someone sent me the message, and I knew someone also that got denied at the border leaving Brazil, or ran into trouble in Argentina, and had to come back all the way from Chile, back to Brazil. Sucks. Frank Pinion, hope you have heated grips if you go to Patagonia. Yeah, I think it will be like New Zealand, unless you go higher up. New Zealand was usually, day riding was around 5 degrees, night was 0 to minus 5. Um, but yeah, it did suck during the day. Sometimes it would drop to 0. It makes a difference. But I was wearing thermals all day, every night. Paul Karen, Pedro, you are the coolest driver. Cheers, Cacao. Thank you. Let's see. Maybe it's time for a blooper or best of Pedro video. Good point. I thought about something like that too. That is not a bad idea. Let's see. Where you were in Chile. Rice, hi there. You did some nice not riding videos. Yeah, when you were in Chile, like the one planning a long trip and one about motivation to get a big trip. Should do that again. Yeah, those were the pure info. I thought for a second you were talking about my vlogs, kind of walking around videos. Here's the thing with the info videos, right? Right now, I don't have the setup. I don't have the lights. I could do them with less production value. But I also have a little problem here. There's something else, but if you notice in my last video, in here, the external mic, which is important recording those videos, picks up on a radio station. Yeah, what's up with that? So whenever I record on the camera, it just keeps recording a radio station, unless I'm on the balcony. Second is that splitting two types of video on YouTube doesn't help the channel really in the sense of growth, because you get people who want something but not the other, and then you get and people want the other but not the something, and so every time you post something and they see that it's not what they usually want to see, then they don't watch it, and YouTube doesn't pick it up. It's all this algorithm stuff. I already noticed. You can't really split up two types of videos unless you sometimes mix it up into one video, mix up the two formats like on the road, and that is something that I want to do, try and do more while on the road. But that's the thing. A lot of subscribers used to come from those videos, especially one. But it's like, oh, I want to see this guy talk about motorcycle info. I don't care much about his travels, like I'm not going to watch that. Victor Jacinto, Pedro, how do you plan to cross the Darien? Well, I still dream of doing it over land. Like I said a few times before, not that worried about militias or whatever in the jungle. More worried about Panamite. What is it? What is someone called? Wait a second, English. What do you call someone from Panama? Panamite. Anyway, the Panama authorities asking for passport or whatever, because they don't have a passport check. There is no border. There's no border control. So you would be entering the country illegally. And I'm not part of a caravan, so maybe I could join a caravan, right? If they have them from Colombia. I don't think so. MRC in the UK. If Alp was no more, what bike would you could afford to replace? I don't know about afford, but Tenere 700 would be pretty dope. or a sturdy a sturdy one cylinder with a bit of power. Let's see. Do you have any footage not published you could do? Yeah, James Cummings, that's right. And that's also something I consider to do a story around. I could start that, continue the series that people have been asking a lot about, um, where I make it's kind of per country, right, or per region. Uh, the montage one that I ended it in Mongolia, and I have more, a lot in Japan, heaps in Australia. The thing is, I want to start that series over properly. I don't really want to continue the way it is. Um, I want to start out that series like perfect, and it didn't start out perfectly. So, like, I would like to continue it, but then the beginning is not. It's not right. So, I would like to do that series over at one point. Oh, Pandemo, Pan, Panamanian. Is that the one? Pandemonium, Panamanian. Cheers, guys. Pansexual. That's the one. Panamaniac. It's time for Panamaniacs. We're gonna get some more OJ. We're listening to the next. We're listening. Panamaniacs. Hold up, I'll be right back. Opening up some new OJ. I was like, I need to start getting on my vitamin C's, man. Got some OJ. Every day, one of these now. Get that vitamin C. Every day on that zinc, man. It's the best you can take as a man. Zinc. And on that D. Wait a second. I'm getting on that D, but not the D. I didn't say anything. I still got these. I was actually building and making a tan, man, but it's all gone. No more sun, so vitamin D's too. But I also try to eat more vegetables now. Let's see. Panamanian government, Scott.com, has stopped all travel through the Darien Gap, citing environmental concerns just now. Is that corona related or just forever? That would suck. I don't know. We'll see once we get there. It would just be fun to do it for the jungle, right? And it is possible. Cedric Franson, your series is pretty perfect the way it is. Well, thanks, Cedric, but the first few episodes and the music and no good. And it was also that series, the quality, like I didn't know that much. Those videos I edited, did a lot of color grading too, which was on a GoPro with a lot less bitrate back then, and it looks horrible. And YouTube compressed the shit out of it in a horrible way. It looks terrible, but I know better now how to compress the videos, how to upload them. So yeah, I want to do something a lot better. It's yeah, maybe it seems like nitpicking, but it's not good. Some of it is good, but read Helge Pedersen's 10 Years on Two Wheels. He crossed the Darien solo. That's right, Ian Lancaster says. It is possible. Nave, Pedro, here is a tip when filming. Always look at the camera lens when talking. Never look at yourself. Anyway, I like your editing. You are getting better and better. You know, man, I know, but it's harder, a lot harder than you think. Anyone familiar with Casey Neistat? Why do you think he wears the sunnies? Is that so that no one can see that he's looking at himself? And another reason I like to bring in the lens closer. So I have to check, am I in frame? Am I talking to this person in frame? So you get better at it. And some days when you're tired and not completely there, when you're not really thinking, sometimes I catch myself, oh, I just spent a minute just looking at the screen. Oh, I didn't look in the lens at all. It's harder than you think, man. Pretend you have arthritis. Let's see. Are you drinking mate? It gives you superpower. I got no mate. I got no mothers. Mate. I don't have the cup. I don't have anything. And superpowers only come from coca leaves, mate. And I haven't had those in a while. Maybe that's the secret to Corona. What's the numbers in Bolivia? I don't think they were really high, right? Let me check. Bolivia. We're going to find out, man. Although I think in Peru they eat a lot of coca leaves, and I think it was like 200 deceased in Peru. When I check, what's Bolivia? I'm checking because of the coca leaves. Only 31 in Bolivia. What was the population of Bolivia again? I know I've been there for like 6 months, but I've forgotten. 11.3. Seems proportional, sort of. No, it's low as because Holland has thousands and a population of 17 million. Thousands. There's nobody talks about Holland, but there's thousands in the Netherlands. Bolivia 31. So I think that's the secret. Coca leaves, man. Everybody get on coca leaves. That way we help the Bolivian economy too. And that way their presidents don't have to be involved with the cartel anymore, I think. Could work that way. Let's see. I would make coca leaf mate though. I would like to do that. Schioca Lopes, quando vens? Desculpa lá. Schioca Lopes, quando vens com a Alp dar a volta a Portugal? When do you come to Portugal? One day, when I get back, cross the Ponte de 25 de Abril, the beautiful bridge, and enter Lisbon. Going over that beautiful river mouth that ends up in the sea. And from there, the whole world was discovered. A lot of history there. So it would be fitting, having been to Portugal for almost 10 years, to return there across that bridge. Having seen the world myself and return home like once the seafarers did. I like that. The Lone Wolf. I'm late. Yeah, about an hour, mate. Jeez. Let's see. Equilius, don't be too professional if you're editing because you will lose the reality of your troops. Yeah, there's some truth in there, but it's fun to get it down better. But yeah, but the thing on YouTube too, it's it's not really about, at the end of the day, not that much about the quality video only goes so far, and then it's like heaps of other factors. So the more professional, the more time it would take too, and you don't necessarily, it doesn't necessarily reflect growth. How do you say that? It won't necessarily improve or make the channel grow. It doesn't really depend on quality or how professional it looks. Augusto Saviato, Boston here. What's up? Wicked smart. Trevor Malif. Hello, Pedro. You have a great command of language. Well, thank you. Is it just possible to get by around the world with just English? Your videos are brilliant. Thank you. Yeah, I reckon. Like, you see me speaking Spanish out here, but before I, my English became pretty much useless once I hit the Balkans, especially once I'm in Turkey, all the way through Iran, Central Asia, Georgia, and Armenia, and all that, Iraq. That didn't matter. Mongolia, Russia, Japan. Man, it was all just very basic English words and just try to use gestures and ooh, whoa, oh yeah. Or you're just pointing at your bike, no good. You help. That's pretty much it. Or point at your tank, petrol, gasoline. This happened plenty of times. They don't know what petrol means. Gasoline, no, and you have to find the word nafta. Like here, sometimes it's called nafta. Yeah, things like that. I had that discussion once in Japan. I ran out of fuel someplace, and they were trimming the trees there, the side of the road. And then I walked to the guys and I asked them for their their chainsaw fuel, but it was like 2-stroke, so it's like there's oil in there. Alps smoked all the way down, but it worked. But yeah, it's all you make it work. Let's see. Nevi, I know, Pedro, it's hard to look at the camera lens. A solution that I found that helped many filmmakers that I did teach was by gluing a small eye beside the lens. That's pretty cool. Well, you can treat you to make it more personal, right? But yeah, the lens is like one big eye, it's there. You just have to condition yourself more and more to look into it. Let us see. Paulo Barbosa, grande abraço de Portugal. Diz crocodilo. Thanks, Paulo. Grande abraço lá para Portugal. Let us see. Philip Lovelock, London calling. We are in lockdown for another 3 weeks. Damn. Well, yeah, that's I think pretty much me too, man. We'll see by the end of this week how the government is going to what they're going to come up with this time. Frank Pinion again. Bloody hell, you ask a lot of questions, mate. Mr. Frank from New Zealand. Yes. What sort of riding do you enjoy the most? Off-road. Pretty much. Philip Lovelock. Stay safe. Love the videos. Thanks, man. I'll be doing all right here. Tracy Hoffman. Hi, Pedro from Hull, England. Hello. How about some blooper videos while we're waiting for your travel videos? I rarely make bloopers, man. I kid. The problem with blooper videos is like so much of the good stuff has not been captured. Sometimes I think I should travel with the camera, I don't know, or a cheaper camera with a loop function hooked up to the USB permanently that has power, like a dash cam pretty much. But I worked with a loop, like the GoPro has at a 5 or 10 minute loop. and it just keeps recording. And then once something happens, you press record, and it actually keeps the last 5 minutes, 10 minutes. That way, so you see all the silly stuff happen. Now we only capture it sometimes. Nevi, yeah, look, man, what you're saying about the compression, how you upload, the problem is, exporting 200 Mbps is insane file sizes, and I have over 300 videos, and that all adds up. Yeah, I did start exporting in 4K for that reason. Well, half 4K, 2K now. I'm doing 2K now. When it's really nice 4K, yeah, to get that codec. The good codec, the 10-bit codec, right? Rolling. So yeah, and I started exporting in HEVC too. Yeah, decided to give YouTube a lot more data for nicer videos because the recommendations are whack. They give you what they tell you to export. The bit rates are pretty low, and then YouTube chops it up even worse. So you got to give YouTube something nice. But still, you can run in all sorts of trouble with YouTube, even uploading at high definition. There's a lot, it's an endless read in that regard. Let's see. Meanwhile, Emmanuel Calvasante. Hello, Pedro. What is your opinion about Brazilian roads? Quality roads. Lots of roads in Brazil. Very busy, at least in the south. They were very busy. Then you get to Uruguay and it was like, there's nobody here. And in Brazil, it was always pretty busy, the roads. But I can't judge Brazil by that because there's still so much of it that I didn't see and so much off-roading that I wanted to do that I didn't do. Navy. So what do you what's the profile? What profile do you use for your export? Jim Bud, would you recommend having good mechanical skiers before going on long distance riding? My mechanical skiers are rubbish, but want to go riding overseas. Not necessarily, but they help certainly. It depends on where you're going to. If you plan on going to bits and you look at the map and you look at it and it's like, okay, if I break down here and I can't solve it, I'm pretty much dead. Then yeah, you better know some stuff and have the tools on you. But look, man, if you're mostly on the road, you'll find a lot of people to help out if you're patient. But it's nice to solve things, and well, it will help you become a better mechanic for sure, because you'll have to solve things yourself. Turn on a lot of light in here. Oh, and close this because there's mozzies, man. Even when it's cold. Mozzie, mate. Equileos. Thanks for the support. Just for a few extra roll of toilet paper. Thanks, man. I'm. This one's on you, man. Cheers, bro. CSI Auto Detail. Let us know in advance when you're doing this chat. Yeah, good point, man. But they've become a bit impromptu. It's not like I know the day beforehand. It was like, oh yeah, let's do one. In this next time, if I know that I'm doing one the next day, I'll let you guys know. Oh. Let us see. Frank Pinion, you are from the Netherlands. How did you end up with a name like Pedro Mota? That's a very traditional Dutch name. It's from when the Spanish conquered the Netherlands, and it never went away, man. Nah, I kid, man. I was born in Portugal, hence the name. Yo, Masa, do you still fix the bike with Adrian behind closed doors? No, because my bike got locked up, and where he is to get there, I don't think Ubers are working, and I've seen a few taxis, but I don't know exactly how it works. But yeah, my bike is stuck. Can't get my bike, and if I would have to ride it there. I would stand out like a sore thumb. We'll see. I would still like to get some work, a little bit more work done. And once they let us out here, or at least people like me, I'm pretty sure that it's going to be limited still around the city. So we're going to get a little bit more work in, I reckon. Look at that. Bruno Umberto Spagna. Thanks for the support, man. Big thumbs up to you. Cheers, my dude. Big thumbs up to you too. Renzo Coppola. How is vaping over there? Kind of illegal gray. In Uruguay it was illegal. In Brazil it was gray. But in Brazil you still had shops on the third floor somewhere in some building. And that would only get closed if people would snitch on them. In Uruguay it was full on, like properly illegal, while weed is semi-legal. And there were no shops. You couldn't get it online. You had to get into closed Instagram groups and sort it out that way. And here, there's no shops. They get closed down here if you open it up. So Google Maps is full of closed shops. At least I haven't been able to find one when I looked for it. So I got it from Mercado Libre. And stuff is pretty expensive here because of this. É verdade, Lone Wolf. Beard oil. Talking about the beard oil again. Where do I get the beard oil during lockdown? I might need it, but I'm gonna trim it again once I'm out. Meneer X, heb je ooit nare ervaringen gehad? Did you ever have bad or strange experiences during your moto camping? Think about weird people. Not that much, but you get used to the camping. First off, when you start out camping, you think you're surrounded. You think everybody is out to get you. You get used to it. Even when you get used to it, sometimes you still get startled. You wake up sometimes, and it's like, someone's around the tent. Someone's around the tent. Someone is here. And it's not. it's the way the grass brushes against the tent sounds exactly like footsteps in the grass. But anyway, I found a spot one time in Tajikistan with Afghanistan on the other side of the river in these white dunes, kind of out of sight but close to the main road. Not ideal, but I was like, oh, this is cool. Just as I want to unpack the tent, some guy walks up to me saying weird stuff. Like I said, we're not speaking English or anything. And he's saying like, police and then money or something. I was like, this dude is weird. And it's like, I don't like him knowing that I'm here. So I just kept on moving. And then in a small village, I found a little hump behind the bushes and a bit lower on the riverside. I set up you can see it in a Tajikistan video. I set up my tent there. Maybe one time I can't remember something off the cuff right now, but nothing bad ever happened. In Japan, I would camp next to public toilets on public parking lots. Right, that's unheard of. Only in Japan. Nobody would molest. Well, in Spanish, you say molestar, to annoy, to touch, and nobody would mess with you. Yeah, camping was mostly more in my head. You get used to it. And then there comes a point with camping. It's like you make a fire. That was a lot of times in Australia, you know, because there's that scary movie from up north where there's people, tourists got murdered. But you know, that's you even have less chance than getting corona. That the chance that happening to you is even smaller. But in Australia, sometimes I would sit by the fire, and it's like, man, if somebody would be higher up, and the desert is like sometimes you have these massive depressions, you don't see them, but you know, on a plane of hundred kilometers, you realize like, oh, and now all of a sudden you're looking down. And I did wonder, oh, they could see me with my little camp spot here. What I would do sometimes would, for the last few hundred meters, turn off my headlights. So I was like, then they can't see my final location. Just these funny things. You're all alone, man. It's like, and traveling for days, weeks on end, all alone. But yeah, and then sometimes in the fire, I would look into the darkness. But then I got to a point, it's like, look, man, if I don't hear anything, then they're really good, and they're going to get me anyway. So I don't know if that's a good way to look at it, but that completely relaxed me. Trying to think of something bad. Not really that bad. Chris Dotson, thanks for entertaining me. Well, cheers, Chris. Thanks for the support, man. Are you not entertained even today? And Novice Faith, thanks for the support, my man. Camping is sentry mode. Good to see you doing okay there, man. Cheers, dude. We are good. Putranto Utomo. Hi, Pedro. Just recently saw your video here from Around the World, episode 16 at Mongolia. Yeah, like we talked about that earlier. After the episode, where are you going? Can't find the next one. There isn't. That's a series that I would like to continue, but I would have to start over. I know. Yeah, I finished Russia, but I have almost no footage there from that period because back then I would record a lot less. I wasn't recording for internet, just for me, offline. I was offline vlogging for years. But I had to do 5,000 kilometers in 6 days, and it wasn't the greatest experience, so I barely record. Imagine 6 days of nonstop riding, and I almost got no footage, right? Because it was like, I flipped the switch, knopom, okay, let's do this, and not think about it, ride all day, so I can make it out. But then in Japan, there's a lot more footage, and it's really cool. When I was still a young lad, it's weird seeing yourself grow old in the footage. And then heaps Australia and New Zealand. Yeah, it's good stuff in there. But the quality is less. It took me until halfway of Australia to take the GoPro out of the case or put an open back in it. So the audio on the GoPro is horrible. And sometimes I speak to the camera or speak to the GoPro and it's horrible. And up until Sydney, my camera is 720. And then halfway Australia, my camera is 720, but of better quality, without a different one, without all the dust and scratches. And I only start recording HD after Perth. Was it? Yeah, after Perth. Oh man, those cameras. That first point and shoot was from my first year in Aussie. Was from the pawn shop. And then my second camera later also came from that pawn shop. My first super zoom. I like the pawn shop. There's two things I like in Australia: the pawn shop and the wreckers, especially the wreckers. You know, get cheap stuff from your motorbike. I would always try to get tires at the wreckers. Oh, that's cool. Steve Davies. A friend of mine met you while you were traveling for Turkey. Damn, that was a while back, 2014. He realized when we watched one of your videos together. Have you tried any of the electric bikes? I haven't. I think they'll take off like a mofo. Say hi to your friend, man. Where was it? Might try the olive oil there. So you mean for beard oil? I don't have olive. I got salad. What do you call it? Slaoli. Salad oil, cooking oil, and balsamico. It was already here. The lone wolf. Have you ever cried just for being on a beautiful place on earth? No, I've never cried in my life. Nah, there have been places that, brought a little tear to my eye, a little moisture. It's like I get there and all of a sudden just onions all around me. Yeah, there have some, and Tajikistan was like that. Bartang Valley, I was pretty much high on life there. Yeah. In China one time, when I was in China, that's not this trip, was 2012 when I rode around China. Yeah, I definitely had a moment. It's like ecstasy, man. Bennett Boulonge. Bennett Boulonge. Thanks for the support. Merci beaucoup. If you are French or Quebecois or from Charleroi. Cheers, Pedro. Thanks for the great content. Thanks, my dude. Appreciate it. Guy on two wheels. Got to cook dinner for the wife. Stay safe and healthy. Have a good cook up, mate. Get the missus a feed. Cook up a feed. Do you think you'll ever travel to Alaska or Iceland? I think Alaska. Iceland is pretty small. I have looked at Iceland. Wait, am I thinking? No, I'm thinking of Greenland. I just looked one time and it was at the map. I looked at that and it was like, it would be so cool to, connect Canada with Greenland, but it's not. It's not that straightforward. But yeah, that part of the world really excites me. It speaks to the imagination, but how they say? But those parts of the world are very onherbergzaam. What would that be in English? Very rough terrain. Yeah, there isn't really terrain. It's not like terrain that you could travel, but it would be really cool. That's the closest. When I look at that speaks to the imagination. That's the closest thing. I recently had that dream again. I hadn't had it in a while, but over the years, I have had the recurring dream where I'm planning my trip and I see the map and I'm kind of on the map, but I'm also looking at the map from above. And it's the world, but it's all messed up and I can't make any sense of it. And I'm like, oh, I think I'm in here. I think I know I'm in a country, but I'm not. And I'm going to go here and it's all messed up. And I just feel so excited in that dream because I don't understand any of it. And it's like, I'm going through these worlds, these lands, and I have no clue. And yeah, I've been doing this for a while now, and it doesn't have that initial innocence anymore. That dream is, I really like that dream because if it's confusing as hell, but I'm always super excited. And I've looked at the world map so much, and I haven't been necessarily everywhere, but it feels like I already kind of know where everything is, right? But in that dream, I don't have a clue. But when I look at those parts of Canada and with Greenland, that kind of reminds me of that. Or maybe Eastern Russia. How cool would it be to cross to Alaska? That's something I've thought about too. Yeah. TA650. The worst thing about riding the Outback in Australia are the corrugations. Nothing you can do fast or slow. Well, you just have to go for, stupid fast. Some of the fastest I had to go for corrugations was close to 120. And imagine if they're like, you got these, that was close to Exmouth, south of Exmouth on this road after doing the dunes in the region. Just 40 kilometers of brutal corrugations with a lot of sand. Gibb River Road, second half, when riding east, was heavily corrugated too. And I used up so much more fuel than I wanted. Hitting the stand at 120, it's like corrugation with sand, and you just feel that back end is doing this. It's like, I want to stop. I want to slow down. It's like, no, you got to go faster. I've talked about that before, right? Getting used to going faster to be safe. But yeah, Australia teaches you to put balls to the wall in that regard. Moto Man, Greenland does not connect with Canada. I know, man. Take boat from Denmark, Faroe Island combined with Iceland is the cheapest. Oh, really? Is that a ferry boat or a transport boat? Probably ferry, right? Alter Time Photography, thanks for the stream. Peace out. Gotta kick some beats. Hey, see you next time, bro. Much love. Sorry to disturb chat. Jesus, it's all right, mate. It's all good. Don't worry about it. Have a dope ass day, homie. Cheers, my dude. You too. It's been nice kicking it. The Lone Wolf. Yeah, Alp stuck in a parking garage. And I forgot how to ride. Hopefully muscle memory. Or maybe the guitar is going to take up all my muscle memory and I'm not going to be able to ride Alp anymore. And then I'll have to sell her and buy a scooter. Because that's all I know. I'll remember to ride because it's been so long. It's been so long. Remember to report back to us if you see any giants in Patagonia, Tony V says. Look, man, if it snows, I'll be able to see their footsteps. So we're on it. And when biking started, I knew that would be the outlet for it. Yeah. Have you seen that movie? I have. Pretty nuts. I would like to go to Alaska. I would like to connect the north of Alaska with Canada. I think it would be a lot of fun. Get to the wild stuff. Maybe a little bit better prepared. Shoot something to eat. Not human, animal. That would be cool. Alvin Rui, Pedro, teach me to ride in sand. Just keep that throttle open, man. Keep her straight. Keep that front fork uncompressed. And don't drop the throttle in the soft sand all of a sudden. Unless you do it controlled. Hey, what I did learn when I was in Antofagasta is in Chile, when I was roaming around those dunes and hills in the sand, because Victor said that to me, it's really easy to brake in the sand with the front brake, and I just couldn't believe it. How if you keep it straight, how easy it is. You can aggressively brake in the sand. You'll come to a standstill fast. You know, it won't wipe out necessarily like it does in asphalt. And that's a shame. You know, in the video when I was in the Brazilian beach the second day when I wiped out because I didn't know is it going to be a drop or not. I don't know if I could have made it with front wheel braking, but it's just one of those things, right? You got to learn over time. Or sometimes you can know something that it could work, but then applying it in an emergency situation, it's like you kind of reflex to whatever you know already. But next time I'm in the sand, I got to remember front brake. It works really well. Hi, Pedro. Can you please make a footage in Australia? I'll check it out, Pedro. Sounds like you had a great time. Did you do Everglades and Noosa? Where was Noosa again? Wait a second, Noosa. Was Noosa up? No, I'm thinking about Noosa, Bali. Wait a second. I didn't go up to Queensland, though. I've been there before, but not on a motorbike. I started in Brisbane and went down and went around and through the middle. Noosa Heads, yeah, that's right? That's always, yeah, it was north of, no, I didn't go. I went south from there on. I rode around Gold Coast, didn't want to go through Gold Coast. So funny the names in New Zealand, in Australia and New Zealand. Yeah, anyway. Geborer. Oh, the subscription. Well, thanks for subscribing, Geborer, but I don't think you're watching. Ronald Webb. Thanks, man, for the support. I grew up in Bolivia. Really? It was super cool to see your videos from there. Makes me want to go back and ride through the country. Dope, man. How'd you end up there? Like missionary or something? Missionary parents or something back in the day? Porque Francisco Rowe. Oh, wait. The question is gone. Sometimes there's these questions that YouTube is not letting through and I have to accept them. And I accept them and then they disappeared to somewhere else in the chat. I lost it. Anyhow. Hi Pedro, Lupo Linda asks, can you please make a short list of your favorite top 5 voyages so far? Cheers from Portugal. Yeah, that's one of those things, you know, if I really run low on stuff that I would like to do, or make maybe videos of where I would like to go, because maybe it will remind me of where I used to be, and try to use some footage, maybe some stock footage. I don't know. I have lots of ideas. I have lots of for videos, lots of ideas, even just for different kind of channel or not motor related, but that's not for now. But yeah, always a lot of ideas. Wachan Knok, mate de coca common in northern Argentina. Yeah, I can't imagine, man. That's what I would do. Consume. La venta y consumo de las hojas. The selling and consumption of coca leaves is legal in Peru and Colombia and Bolivia. Oh, in Colombia too. That's surprising, actually. And common in North Argentina. It's actually what I understood. More and more people are taking consuming coca leaf or coca tea leaf tea in South America. It's a growing market, and coca leaves are good for you, man. There's a lot of good stuff in there. It keeps you sharp, makes you, gives you superpowers on a motorbike. But it's like a serious coffee. Oh, excuse me, I got a leaky vape. I haven't had that in a while. I thought I had it down. Damn. Recently dropped the vape though. I was so lucky the glass didn't break. What happened is the coil split apart. So the glass just popped off the seal. I was so lucky. Otherwise I would have had broken glass and no more vape. Anyway, so interesting question there. Did you master the WH in New Zealand names up north, Ryder? Yeah, New Zealand is crazy. And Australia has that too, but even more in New Zealand. Woomalong or Woonarama Malong or Along Maruma or Luna or... It just goes on and on. All these native indigenous names for places, Lake Wu, Woonamagong. It's brilliant. It's actually it's so fun. Imagine especially if you're already a native English or American, right? I imagine Canadians have it too going on. But if you're from, the Americans have. Let's say Americans still have. Probably still Indian names or French names, right? But imagine if you're a pom, an English person, you go to Australia and you got all these these crazy, strange names in an English-speaking country. It's pretty funny when you're there for the first time. Even suburbs in Sydney, like what? Manfred Dassela, nog steeds in lockdown, but at least you have some nice paintings. Yeah, some fine art, man. That's why I picked the room. Bit of a connoisseur, if I say so myself. Moto Man, it's my birthday. Happy birthday, my dude. What do you want? New motorcycle, or would just being able to ride suffice? Be a good birthday present in these times. I imagine it would, right? Hard or soft panniers, and why? No panniers, if I could. I really liked riding around with no panniers. Well, the weight was too high up top, but yeah. Except when the bike's all flat down. And then I record myself picking her up, and everybody goes, Pedro, you're not picking up the bike right. And then people post a link to a video, and it shows someone picking up a motorcycle with hard panniers, you know, and then it's like, yeah, that's a different game. Picking up a flat motorcycle, flat on the ground, versus a motorcycle with pannier. Anyway, I digress. No panniers. Nice top case. I like the top case. But the soft panniers, right now, yeah, they kind of ripped off too easily, but they're really basic ass panniers. I think quality soft panniers will be great for the off-roading that I do. Future ones that I'll have. The ones I have now are not that great. Hard panniers break, but they're safe. Sort of safe, because a lot of panniers aren't that safe as you think, but it keeps people out. That is nice. And the water out, then unless you fall, and then they're not weather sealed anymore. So I think right now I'm more on the soft pannier side, but I got a lot of love for hard panniers, man. Valle dal Gori. This still live? Absolutely, mate. Welcome to the show. Motoman, hey, just bought my second Trans Alp for birthday present. Good on you, man. What is it? 600, 650, 700? The new one? Whenever that's happening. Sure. Gilbert DJ, in Webster, Massachusetts, we have a lake named, is this for real or are you taking piss, mate? Because I'm going to try and say it. We have a lake named Shargoga Gogman Shauga Goga Shaubuna Gunga Maug. Legit? I would like to visit Shargoga Gogman Shauga Goga Shaubuna Gunga Maug one day. I imagine it is nice. Africa Twin, the Moscomoto panniers. Yeah, I think those will be quality. They seem a bit big, bulky, but on the heavier side, but still lighter than panniers, the hard panniers. William, which soft panniers did you end up getting? Ghetto soft panniers. Yeah, I still gotta sort that out. They're still ripped on one side. Guillermo Borrero, thanks for the cop, man. For the support, you can leave a message. What's cop? Not Argentinian, not currency. Got heaps of cop now. Heaps of cop. Look at all that cop. There we go, Colombian peso. Gracias, amigo. I've got small GV 22 liters, Novus Fief says, like the plastic top case. Yeah, I really enjoyed, if you're talking about the top case, I really enjoyed my GV. My current top case, the absolute brute, lovely as it is, I've already discovered that it is dangerous a little bit in one department, and that is it's really hard to get it off. Remember when I was stuck on a motorcycle, and even though everything was messed up with my GV, but even though the locking system that I've put in place temporarily, I could get the GV case off, boom, in no time to make the bike lighter and to try and lift it off my foot. I would not have been able to do that with the current top case. It's really hard to get off, and it has me thinking a little bit, you know? Let's see. Check out the Kappa. Bennett Boulonga, the Kappa R316. I'm not familiar with those. I like the what is it, the infinite loop style or the Moscomoto rackless, but then I read some other things that aren't so great about. I think it all depends on the bike too, how easily the bike accommodates those systems. But I like that loop style where it sits higher and where you technically don't need a rack. Their lake is real, Cedric? Nice. How do you spell it again? Pablo Olivero, go to Val de la Luna in San Juan, Argentina. Beautiful off-roading. I will, man. Is that up north? First I go down, then up north. Videos about... Yeah, Antonio Cruz, top, making videos about top locations. Yeah, we might end up there. But at the same time, like I said, I would have to record audio. And at the moment, my microphone here picks up radio stations. And I really need to record with that mic. It's really weird. Shrimp Tabasco. I was surprised that people you stay with had Harley 9 time bikes. Around here are Harleys. I ride Kawasaki KLR and love it. Yeah, man. KLR is I never rode the KLR, I think, and that's a massive all-around shit-eating machine too, eh? Greg Ferris. Yeah, Brazil. Lots of Harley riders. Lots of Harley rider clubs too, eh? Heaps. Rory McVeigh, after lockdown, heading on a European road trip on a 50cc geared bike. Geared. I hope it's a little. It has a little bit more. The restrictions that it has a little bit of speed, but power to you, man. Get on there, and you will do. Just I'm thinking about the 50cc. There was always one guy in class back in high school in the Netherlands who would have like everybody had the scooters, but he had like the you know, and you would barely be doing 50 when you were in fourth gear. So, but still, man, get in there and have an awesome trip, dude. Just hope we can all get out at some point. What do you think about Honda coming out with the 800 Africa Twin in 2021? Valley Delagori asks. Yeah, that's cool. I hope they put a lot less electronic stuff on there and just make it lighter. Curious to see how light it will be. Probably not that light, but yeah, we'll see. It's moving in the right direction, right? Are they catching on? Are they understanding what the needs are? Who knows? We might be moving out of the big, bulky, ultimate adventure bike TM market. That would be cool. Atomic Chili Motor. Have a look for 21 Brothers. They make a set of panniers that go over the top and down both sides as one piece. Yeah, that's like infinite loop style. The Polish dude from Motorcycle Adventure seems to like them. If a Polish dude likes them, and it should be all right. The Polish are pretty hardcore in their travels, so. They asked 650. Go west first, Cordillera, man. Yeah. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. We'll be getting to that Cordillera. That's how I want to go down. It has to have the electronics package or it won't sell. Really? Like, what do you want? Like, you want ABS, right? Like, look, who am I to talk? I ride a 30-year-old motorcycle, and I've barely ridden modern motorcycles, right? But you know what more do you need than ABS if you're looking for something? You know, ABS, that's something. Well, that can keep you safe, right? But do you need traction control? I don't know. Go to Mendoza. I've been around Mendoza. Yeah, it has all the wine region there. Pablo Arduini mentions that region. Yeah, I saw that. There's a video. I went to the region. You have to go further back. I rode to Argentina. That's 2 years ago. Mark Michels, 1987. Hey, Pedro, I see you're in great shape. How do you keep in good shape? Yeah, a lot of folks keep saying that. It's a t-shirt. It's this, man. I haven't been in great shape, man. Especially now with the lockdown, man. We're not moving around. Um, been doing a few push-ups here and there, but I want to up the regiment. That's not the word. Up the. There's no better word for that. Up the exercises to get some in more, because we're just sitting around, man. And I actually think I could do with a lot more exercise. I would look, if they extend this with another 2 weeks, I'm gonna find an underground gym somewhere, and I would have to see how much weights cost and see if I can get my hands on weights. Get a few weights in here. And then in a month, you can do some good stuff with weights. That would be nice. I wish that's the thing with the government. Look, if they just straight up said, "Hey man, lockdown, a month and a half, 2 months," like okay. Now it's like okay, I would get some stuff right away, because then you can plan for it. Because weights are a bit of an investment, and then you don't know if you're going to sell it. And I would really have to sell it and make that money back. Usually that kind of stuff holds its value. I've done that in Australia twice, and in New Zealand, buy weights, or when I was in the desert, buy weights and then sell them after. Chris York, T7 hit sweet spot, just a bit lighter, just a bit lighter. All right, so cruise control, ABS, and traction. Yeah, cruise control. Well, cruise control is not a complicated system, right? That shouldn't be, right? I don't know. But yeah, traction control. Yeah, it should be nice. I could have avoided some splashes, maybe, with traction control. I don't know. But yeah, you would be able to have to turn it off, because sometimes, yeah. I don't know. I can't judge. But if it adds a lot of weight, complication, then I don't know. I don't know, man. Manuel Brito, do you consider getting back to the Netherlands? Not for now, man. Not even as the world is getting ravaged by the corona. Just sticking it out here. That's the life I live, man. I'm gonna stay by the Argentinian people. I would steer clear of bikes with lots of electronics, Atomic Chili Motor says. Yeah, that's been nice about Alp. Can't deny that. Simple, very simple. Would have been times ABS would have been nice. Yeah. My one and only road crash, where I ended up my first trip, 2010-11. I ended up target fixating in a corner, too hot, on very slippery asphalt in the mountains in Albania, and ABS probably could have saved me there. Rick Ferris, wait a second. Oh, flying your drone in the USA, lots of restrictions. Yeah, heaps, man. Canada, you need a pilot's license nowadays. JP, hi Pedro, what do you think of the XT Set 750 Super Tenor? I don't know, man. They look cool, but they're probably a bit heavy. Probably like Alp, but that's a classic bike too. I would like to ride one day. That's a mean-ass bike too. Mark Michels, 1987. You can do jumping jack, but thanks for the answer. Goed uit Nederland. Hey, I need to get back to rope skipping then. To skip rope. Let's see. What is a rope skip? How do you call what is that even in English? Skipping rope. That's it. So what would that translate to in Spanish? Skipping. Is there another name for it? Skipping rope. Cuerda saltar. Well, let's see. Mercado Libre. That's like Craigslist, Marktplaats, eBay of South America or for Argentina. Ah, look at that. Soga para saltar, mango aluminio, boxeo. Is that it? It has to be like I remember the first time I bought it. It was a ghetto one. It didn't work well. But is that it? Soga. What is a soga? So this is how I do it. I see soga. What does soga mean? And then I go to Google Translate, reverse. Soga, mango jump rope. Oh, okay. No, wait a second. Oh, jump rope. Jump rope. Jesus. That's the word. Maybe someone mentioned it in the chat. Saltar la comba. Skip rope. Saltar soga. There you go. Yeah, I'm looking at the chat. Yeah, man. Look. Yeah, that's it. I'm going to get a jump rope. A soga. That's so intense, man. That's it. That's the exercise I need, man, because it's beginning to stick. Because I've been during the lockdown. I've been collecting these los tazos, flippos, as they say in Dutch. But you have to eat a whole bag of these to get them. So, you know, it all adds up, man. Just so I can get my tazos. Whoa, that Congo sounds cool. What Congo? Is that talking to me? What are you doing to me? ABS will be required almost everywhere soon? Really? It wouldn't go that far. If you follow Ride Me 5, he just broke his shock on his TA650 in Gabon heading to Congo. What amazes me is that I never broke my shock. Just worn out the spring completely, where it just sat so low that it would tip over easily to the other side. That amazed me. But you know, you read, even before I left, you read about shocks breaking and whatnot. And Alp was pretty loaded, and I tried to avoid bottoming out, but sometimes you can't help it. Never broke. And then I put on the progressive spring, but the same shock system still, but with a progressive spring, and that thing is just brilliant. And the abuse I've given Alp with it and loaded, and the things you get away with is amazing. But still, nothing broke. The shock didn't break, you know? A buddy of mine who went up South America, also on the Transalp, his shock did end up breaking. And it completely it dug into the lower end of the shock where the reservoir is and whatnot. And they just put another spring on it and it was good again. It's nuts. So I actually expected the shock to break at some point, but it never did. But yeah, that sucks, man. In the bloody Congo. Oh, wait a second. Was it in Congo? Heading to Congo in Gabon. Yeah, it's not a good place, man. What's the import tax in Gabon? But they'll find a way, man. Probably have some bush mechanics up there too. Greg Ferris, I use bungee cords for a workout. Make rope loops to tie them together at the ends. Lots of ways to do it. Yeah, man. Like a resistance training. Yeah, I like weights. Having a few weights, man. Just having a few weights. Oh, shit. Oh, mate. Gobs Dave Dove. You mean? Pedro's dropping some big les lines, man. Well, you know, I'm not going to swear on my channel here, you know. But Big Les is a bloody legend, eh? ABS mandatory on new models. Yeah, okay, yeah, I've heard that too. But I thought the people were saying maybe you're not allowed to ride a non-ABS bike anymore. Common problem on the KTM. I know they're, you know, the thing is, in stories when you used to read them, catastrophic failure would happen to BMWs and the KTMs. And the BMWs because the frame would break, or the subframe. And the KTMs, it was something electric, and it had to do with the fuel injection sometimes, or they just would break in half or stop working. I'm not saying all of them are like that, but But still, there's that 690 I would like to give a spin one day. Philip Lovelock, good night from London. Take care, everyone. All the best. Pedro, stay safe. London locked down, but not out. Go to bed, mate. What time is it? Probably midnight now. Oh, mate. Yeah, no, 11:30. Have a good sleep. Diz G. Hi, Pedro. Love your videos. Keep up the great content, dude. Cheers, my man. Muscle electrodes. Just chill with a beer. Yeah. Come on, man. With this new amazing workout, all you have to do is absolutely nothing and you'll get the abs of your dream in just under 2 days. Oh, man. Do they still make those commercials? I don't watch TV, so I don't know anymore. Yeah, mate. Legend, mate. You know, it's funny you say it because I started watching Big Les in New Zealand. Someone got me on there, Brian. And I recently caught up with Big Les, and it was amazing because they produced the episodes so slow. Look, man, in Aussie, if you want to watch the best animation from Aussie, and it's if you ever seen the Siggy Butt Bream, me. Oh, you're always pocketing me, Lloyd, mate. Oh, Darren and Damo. There's something even better. It's Big Les, and just the progression and the artist who made that. It's bloody brilliant. If there's some artists who stayed absolutely true to his vision and went through the whole mental breakdown and everything to create his content so painstakingly slow over almost 10 years. It's that guy. It's funny as too. If you want to see pure Australian banter, then that is the show to watch. Yeah, Argentina, Laos. I figured, man. Pablo Arduino, over 500 grams. Yeah, that's what I was saying here. Something like that. Officially in Brazil, you had to register or let them know you're flying somewhere. That's the thing in Argentina. If I would fly my drone here, some cop will probably come and bust your balls. And if he's in a bad mood, he officially has the law on his side. So, but yeah, I don't have enough battery. All the batteries are on Alp, who is locked up. Pedro, look up the prison workout from the Art of Manliness. All right, Tootin' Lizard, I'll check it out. Probably involves a lot of push-ups and whatnot without weights, calisthenics. Jorge Garcia, boa noite, cara. Tudo bom? Well, we're reaching 2 hours again. Why does time always fly with you guys, eh? Or ladies? But mostly blokes. 96, 97% blokes. That's already better than the 1% that it used to be. Ladies. It's just, this channel is just one big sausage fest, mate. Hello. Now we're having a good chat. We're running towards the end here, like final OJ run. We're having a Bloody Mary or a good time. Hey, big Liz, mate. You know much going on, mate? It's fucking fries. Oh, mate, I could go for a nice trip of snipper right now. KLE Adventures, thanks for the support, my dude. Here's a Quilmes for you from French motorbikers. Here's a Quilmes for you. Thank you, gracias. A Quilmes. Manuel Brito, what's your relation with Portugal? I haven't understand it yet. Eu nasci there. Eu nasci there. Ik nasci there nu Portugal. En ja, dat is... I was born in Portugal. Moved to the Netherlands when I was almost 4 years old, and then I grew up in the Netherlands. Had my whole education and whatnot, mates, life. Steve Davies. My whole name is Annie Betty, if you like. Sure. That kind of lady, eh? A-Twin, poor Alp in lockdown. Yeah, man, don't mention it. Don't mention it. Alp sitting all alone in the dark. Well, Rui's there, so. What is super? Greg Ferris. Super, yeah, that's a super chat. So if you put in an amount, support, dono, then you can type in a message and it appears up here. It gets like priority and it stays there. And I think you guys see it too. See the super chats and you can click them. It's like a chat that lasts longer based on dono amount. Sofia Pedro. Hi Pedro, Portuguese girl living in Amsterdam. Hola, Sofia. But they told me there are no girls on the internet, but here we are. Perdida no Amsterdão. Gobs Dave Dove. Mate, loving the big Les quotes too, man. You flipping drug addict, mate. Oh man. I wish I was like still in high school or uni and then found out about Big Les, you know? That would have been a great show, especially because I was, as a younger fella, I was still in that certain phase in that time, during that time. Carlos, Canary Islands, if I ever go there, I don't know, man. Can you get there by ferry from Spain? I want to go to Morocco one day, so. Dave Allen, I'm locked in the garage with my 7 motorbikes. You lucky man, you can work on them. I know a few other people like that. Yeah, I'm not locked in like that. Quilmes is like drinking cat piss, mate. TA. What is Quilmes? Is that like aguardiente or something? Oh, it's beer. Get a nice beer. Cheers, mate. On the brewskis. Where did I? Oh man, I can't find the chat. Where did I leave the tab? Dude, here we are. No brew. Like I got the OJ. Could put some vodka in there, but I'm all right for now. Let me see. Peter Bike, Alvi Rui, hit me a question to baptize my bike. What do you mean? A suggestion. See, Jesus, I'm like dyslexic, right? Hit me to baptize my bike. Yeah, man. Just crash. If you have crash bar, just get a bottle of champagne and just smash it. Just smash a bottle of champagne. Sounds good. The older the bike, the easier it is. Probably in bikes nowadays, you probably just smash up $1,000 worth of plastic, but on the wheel, just smash it on the wheel. Tony V. Pedro, what kind of name is Mota? That sounds Spaniard. How dare you? It's very Portuguese. I don't know why anymore. I looked into it a while back. But that name, for example, Mota, is very common in Brazil, even 2 T's. Mata is something, what is it? The banks of a river or the banks of the sea or it's something seafaring related. Vian kite. Another big Les watcher, mate. Nice. Let me see, mate. Oh, Vasco Afonso. Hello, Pedro, here from Portugal. When you're all done with this trips, what do you think about doing for work? I don't know. I would like to be able to continue on making YouTube videos for the time being, even when not on a motorbike. I have other ideas. But then again, I have also have in the process a few skills build up because of that experience. So who knows, man? But for the time being, and still a couple or few years to come, I would like to see where the YouTube thing goes, and further down the line, even if it's not motorbike related, I have other ideas. Oh, look at that, people! Doing about the last 5-10 minutes. Ding, 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 ding. Not that I'm not having an excellent time, but it just flies by again. It's almost like a podcast, like a solo podcast. It would be fun to actually do it like a podcast, wouldn't it? Just have another rider in here. Could have done that with Julio, the Texan. That would have been cool. Something for the future. I would put that maybe on a separate channel if I do something like that. But it's always fun to talk to another rider, you know? That would have been cool now. I'm thinking out loud here. I just completely forgot everybody was watching here. Welcome to my life. Giovanni Sulas, Pedro, your videos are Amazon. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. You poured Corona on your bike? Yeah, that's why they locked down Texas. It's all your fault, bud. Just gonna go pouring around Corona like that. João Ricardo Santos. Pedro, how is the best way to transport your motor to another country? Depends on the money you got. Airplane is the best, fastest way. Stick it in a crate. Drop it off. Not that much paperwork, nothing too crazy. You pay for it, it's fast. Boat. Find a way to get it in a crate. Maybe it's roll on. That's easier, less hassle. Takes who knows how long to get to the other side, and depending on the country, but there's always a minimal of administrative surprises for the boat. You get to the other side and you got to give people money. So, oh man, that reminds me, yeah, of my mates when they send their motorbike over. They build a crate. It was their first time, so I applaud the guys, you know, that they managed to get it done. So that's awesome. But they build the biggest crate I've ever seen to put two motorcycles in, two Transalps, and one of them still had the side panniers on to boot, right? It was the biggest crate ever. And then the guys, we went to pay, and the guys quoted, it stayed 2 days over the weekend and then 1 day in storage. And the guys showed us the facture, the bill, the English word for facture. The bill, and it was $900 at least just for that bit for the storage, right? The cost was more, but it was just for the storage, and it's like, so my mates just, even we just froze up. My buddies went white. They're Dutch also, so it's even worse, you know. But then I talked to the guys, and something strange happened. They remeasured it. I don't know if they did it right, but they brought the cost down, and they ended up paying a lot less. But their crate was too massive, too big, and that's the thing with the boat. You got to watch out. So keep volume down. Air is the fastest. Boat can be the cheapest. Invoice. There we go. Dankjewel. Frank Pinion. Cheers, man. I hope to be on the road sooner than later, too. What do we got? Robert Heinrich. Hi from Germany. I also ride a 93 Alp. Love to see your work on the bike. Have you got a stock CDI in it? All the best. No, I don't have stock CDI anymore. Aftermarket ones. I can't tell you which ones because there are various ones. You had this Argentine one. I think I got the American ones. And I've said this before. The aftermarket ones are solid nowadays, and also price wise. So you're good. They're both aftermarket in there now, and I think they're the American ones. And I recommend the ones made in America, not the Argentine ones. And I don't remember why anymore. But yeah, one day I would like to. I think they make that in Germany or Italy or France. It's this single CDI unit, but it costs like 200 euros or something. Something for the future. I don't know, but that would be cool. A single CDI. But thank you very much. Dankeschön for the support and die freundliches Grüßen an Deutschland. Pouring Corona on a bike beats drinking that nasty beer. So you sort of have a point. Corona is nice, just one, right? You have one Corona. The first one's always nice. Second one is still okay. But then it's not a beer that you can keep drinking. It just starts tasting like water. Na mais zeg. Jorge Garcia, por que uma moto como Alp? Eu já tinha o Alp. I already had. He asked why. Obrigado pelo suporte. Porque he asked languages. He asked why Alp, a bike like Alp. When I got Alp, I got it because I wanted an affordable bike, but also a bike that could go anywhere. And there's two affordable bikes in the Netherlands. Well, 3, 4, but two main ones. If you start out secondhand market in the 600cc segment, it's the Yamaha Diversion. And it's the Honda Transalp, and maybe the Suzuki Bandit. But that was a 4-cylinder one, and it wasn't recommended as a starter bike because you have a lot more power. You might not know what to do with, gets you into trouble. But I wanted an all-around bike, and Alp was, here we are. Talk about an all-around bike. And I already had Alp when I wanted to do the trip. Look at that. Fernando del Valle. Gracias, amigo, por el soporte. Oh, wait. You speak the English. The American. Hi from Texas, USA. Been following your South American trip for a while. I really touched. Wait, I'm gonna try see if I can do this in Texan. But usually my Texan ends up being a Louisiana accent, I think. Hi from Texas, USA. Been following your South American trip for a while. It really touched my heart. That's not Texan, I know. It really touched my heart when you went by my little country, Uruguay, where I was born. Therefore the name. Que grande, el grande, chiquito, el grande, chico, Uruguay. Very chill, Uruguay. You just need a bit more money to ride around there, chill around there. But reminded me of New Zealand in that regard. Everything... very quiet, very chill roads, and all the points of interest quite close to each other. If you drink it too much, you build up an immunity to coronavirus, apparently. Novus Chief. What, like vodka? Like, wasn't it? It was one of those early memes out there. I don't know if it was true or not, that alcohol was good against corona. My corona. Another Texan in the house. All my exes live in Texas. Tony V. Transalp is an excellent choice. It really is. And I see some talk about the V-Strom, and the V-Strom 650 seems also like a very reliable, good bike. Rich from London asks, which country can you imagine settling down in? Settling down, like, I would like to give Japan a whack for a while, like a year, half a year. Ichi. I really like to be in Japan. Really, like, impressed me how unique think it's one of the most unique cultures out there that is still very much itself, even though it's completely westernized. So that's impressive. Portugal one day. I would like to spend some time. Absolutely reconnect. Who knows? Maybe Aussie. Bloody hell, mate. Get myself a ute, dirt bike. You know, trips to Bali twice a year. Skiing in Hokkaido. They got it made in Aussie, man. You need to watch a John Wayne movie if you want to speak Texan, Greg Ferris says. I haven't watched it. Like everybody, you know John Wayne. I've never seen a John Wayne movie as far as I know. When am I going to make it to Texas? Not for the time being, but, you know, there's already people waiting for me there. They've got guns. It's going to be fun. And autofocus in the house. Yeah, I bet you. If I get too close, I'll try to stay in one place. Oh, folks. Oh, I think it's that time. 2:15 hours. We've been on here, and it's been good. It's been very good. Chilling with the boys and a few ladies. Don't forget the ladies, Pedro. The 2% in the house. To speak Texan, just go buy a gun. I hope I can. Probably not, but what's funny? This comes to mind, right? I sometimes end up in the motorcycle subreddit on Reddit, our motorcycles, and it's always funny, right? The discrepancy between European comments and the American comments, and every time there's a video or a picture of something happening because of road rage, I don't know, or someone stealing your bike, or someone trying to steal your bike, and you always see the American comment, and this whole discussion unfolds, and you know that's quite unique in itself. That's why I really want to get to know the American culture too, you know, because it's so different too. This whole conversation unfolds where someone goes, yeah, that's why I ride out with my Glock or the specific gun, you know, that's why I always keep in my pocket or in my backpack or whatever, you know, in that case. And then another comment is, yeah, man, like I got a whatever type of gun, you know. It's like, of course, this conversation unfolds, yeah, man, like me too, yeah, of course. It's exactly for this, you know, you ride out with a gun. and then there's always some angry European comments that find it absolutely senseless and whatnot, because they have no concept of it. Yeah, man, that's why I always bring my Glock. I like it. I want to get to know that world out there, man. It's like I have no qualms. I have no preconceptions, pre-notions. You know, I'm just going to take in America. Marie Etkin, come to Canada. I'm trying to, man. I'm trying to. I will get there at some point. Alberta has lots of great places to ride. Alberta is the Texas of Canada, so I've heard. Hope you guys can rough out this new oil price out there. Tough times coming, no? Luis Antola Francis, ¿qué tal, amigo? Hi, Pedro. Beard is growing strong, man. Yeah, I just need to get some olive oil, apparently. Nice. Man, I want to keep going. So another 5 minutes? You alright with that? It's also like people are dropping off. This is the point where folks start dropping off. But we had, how many concurrent viewers? What do we have? Plenty of chats. Looking at the stats here. Ready am. Hi Pedro, come to us. I've been, man. I've been, mate. Got heaps of Aussie footage, mate. Heaps. I need to get to the United States. United States. I need to get to the States to get this, maybe get the Aussie out there. I just need to get to America and Canada to complete the whole, my bastardized English, to complete it, you know? I think Canada, you know, eat your bud, yeah. Drink some booze, smoke some dope. Not literally, I'm quoting Trailer Park Boys there. Bo Bandy. We'll make it to Texas and we'll hit the gun range. Valladolid, he says. Yeah, man. Actually, someone sent me a message one time like that. Was that you? All right, Steve Mason. Next time, I'll try to give a heads up. I'll try to give, but I'm still here. I'm still here, but you can still rewatch it after. All right. Pedro, if you had all the money in the world, would you travel with a different bike? TPS. I don't know. Maybe after getting, if I finish this up, let's say I finish this up, what we're doing, and YouTube works all right, you know, and I would be back home, whatever that is. And then I imagine myself doing just my Tazos missions, like these missions, random places in the world. Bring my bike there and go on some epic off-road adventure. Yeah, nice one cylinder with a powerful bike. Yeah, like I can't really name brands because I don't really look into it. It's just once I get money for it and then mod it, you know. Yeah, that would be cool. And then go on a mission for a month, you know, have a blast, and then come back, something like that. Then I would probably get a new bike for that. We'll see, man. Mark Hoffman. English? Oh no, I lost. This is what I mean. Mark Hoffman's message I had to accept it. Oh no, here we go. English will never be bastardized until you've been to England. Oh, wait, that's not English. That's not. Yo, lad, English will never be. I'll just say, English will never be bastardized until you've been to Yorkshire in England. I can't imagine, mate. You get stabbed, you get shanked in Yorkshire. Is that? Am I thinking about a different? No, that's where was the place in England where you get stabbed? It's like this. Every country has that place where you get stabbed or shot or punched. Kalgoorlie in Australia, you just get punched in the face. What was that place you get stabbed in the UK? Oh, it's Nottingham, you get shot. But it was a place where you get stabbed in England. I digress. We've been going too long. We're getting into the silly stage of the live stream at the moment. Alvin Rui, take me with you. Take me on a mission. I don't know, mate. I'll be on a pretty skits mission, mate. It's going to be pretty hectic. You have to be up for it, mate. Pedro's skits adventures. I like it. Nottingham, Shottingham, London town. There was this other up north. Of course, it's up north where you get stabbed. What was the place? The Lone Wolf. Have a great night, my man. Stay safe. Abraço. Ciao, amigo. Dorme bem. You got stabbed, city of Limerick. Yeah, Limerick. But like everybody, it's like everybody's perception, I think, of Ireland is defined by if you have seen Angela's Ashes, or if you've not seen Angela's Ashes, and if you've seen Angela's Ashes, everybody knows about Limerick, you know, and it's probably nice. Maybe it's a nice city now, and probably nobody will believe it because everybody just thinks about this horrible industrialized place that is called limerick full of misery and despair and grayness. Let me see. Alp really needs to be put in a Honda museum. By now, there have been a lot of legendary Hondas out there. I don't know. Like, yeah, sure. I don't know. Honda. There used to be this image of Honda is not really into recognition of sponsorships or anything like that. But then again, with the Africa Twin, they sponsor people like William. But who knows, man? Get Alp to Tokyo. Oh, I forgot the name where Alp is produced. Further south. I've been to the factory, man. Just after the cyclone. And then I put him in a factory and I'm going, Alpe, kawaii. Watashi wa Alp. So kawaii. Let's see. All the countries right now. Wait, where did that question go? Asking about the countries. Mark Hoffman. No, man, North is good. London is the... Listen, mate. London. I forgot to speak English. London is this... I can't do English anymore. I don't know English anymore because of the Aussies. London is the stab capital. Horrible place at the moment. What about in England, man? Bloody UK stealing motorcycles. That's also what I pick up on Reddit. So, like, so many bikes get stolen in the UK. You can't lock her down. They'll still bloody get them. Where is that? Like, it was a question about countries, and does it disappear? Oh, I saw a license pop. I think I lost my license, my driver's license. This is Argentina. You need to bring that identification for your credit card. Otherwise, it gets complicated. Show ID, and I don't have it, and some don't accept a photo on the phone. So I walked around with my driver's license, which is not normal for me, and I lost the bloody thing. And it was expiring late this year, but now I have to get a new one. I don't know if it's going to be that easy doing it from abroad. Anyway, just realized I saw a license mentioned. I just realized, oh yeah, I think I still have to confirm, look everywhere again, but I think I lost my license. So when the Argentinian police go point an Alp and they go, "Oi, you got a license for that, mate?" And I go, "No." Say, "Plata, por favor." Joseph Bontes, did you see any of the $1 Million Bogan? Oh, I heard, like, I've never watched it, but that name sounds familiar. $1 Million Bogan went Victoria to Perth and back on monkey bikes for charity. Honda didn't want to donate a penny. Yeah, sure. I'm not surprised, man. Look, it also has to do with, at the end of the day, the whole motorcycle thing is really like traveling at is not that special as it used to be. You know, this isn't the 90s anymore. It ended there, and it's become quite common. But yeah, what I understood, Honda has never been really known, you know, to participate in very easily in sponsorship. Well, I completely lost a couple of questions that I wanted to ask. Can't find them anymore. A bike stolen in London, not the UK. Give us a break. Jeez, mate. Oh, you don't like London, eh? Got robbed again. Oh, that's nuts, mate. That is what? Oh, mate. Why is time flying with you guys, man? I gotta make some dinner. Gotta get some dinner. Craft dinner. 8 o'clock. What am I gonna make? I got a slab of meat. I'll make that tomorrow. Maybe I can record it again. Tomorrow I'm making a video, probably posting it Monday, maybe Tuesday. I got to space it out a little bit more. I don't know. I don't know if I have enough footage for a proper lockdown. I don't know. I'll probably post something Monday, but tomorrow is video day. So now you know, Monday or Tuesday, I'm going to cook up a feed here. We'll see what it is. It's not as ghetto anymore as that was just the first day. Oh, I gotta cook again? What's that? What's that? Mark Hoffman, midnight in England, time for bed. Good night, Mark. Or as we say in Yorkshire, going up jolly dancers to Kip. Stay safe, buddy. You too, mate. Have a good night. Hamburgers. I did that for a while. That's the only thing I could get at the little store was a box of hamburgers, and they were all right. So I got some proper steak. So can some Argentinian explain to me why they call it chorizo, by the way? I don't get it, but steak is good. Get some proper steak. All right, peoples. All right, it was a pleasure. It was really nice. I think I say that almost every time, but actually I wasn't really feeling it before starting it, but just got right in the mood out here, right? So I will see all of you next time, and hang in there. We're gonna ride this thing out, man. We're not anymore in that. Oh, we're all gonna die. We're all gonna die. Oh man, there's some rough patches and some rough areas in the world, but we're gonna make it. We're gonna make it all. Don't forget the ladies. I don't I would have to see the stats, man. Some say there are no ladies on the internet, but I'll believe you. I'll believe you on this one. Cheers, Sophia. Take it easy. Everyone take it easy out there. Like I said, we're going to make it. And yeah, I expect to be here at least another 3 weeks. So quarantine ends in about 8-9 days. So if there's no extensions. But anyway, even without those extensions, I think it will be 2 or 3 weeks, and with more, even longer. But yeah, we'll see how that goes. Probably do another stream in a week and a half, 2 weeks. I'll give you a heads up. All right, maybe sooner. I don't know. And take it easy, folks. Really nice to see you. Ciao, Paolo, Steve, all of yous. Thanks for participating in the chat. It has been a blast. Ciao.